Hi everyone, welcome to your ultimate guide towards the SAP Certified Associate, Activate Project Manager certification. This video would be covering SAP Activate Overview and is the first in a series of 10 videos that would ultimately equip you with knowledge required to succeed in the SAP Activate Project Manager exam. In this video and the rest of the series, I would be trying to fill the void of the certification knowledge regarding the SAP Activate methodology and helping you gain considerable knowledge towards passing the exam. In this video, the first of the series, I will provide you a high-level view of the SAP Activate methodology starting with the 3 pillars which it's based on. I will also give you a glimpse of the fit to standard analysis, which will form the basis of the product backlog. In addition, I would talk about the phases, workstreams, deliverables, and tasks of the SAP Activate methodology, as well as touch on the governance, roles, and responsibilities of the team members, as well as the differences between SAP Activate and the other SAP methodologies. Despite the focus of this video being SAP certification, I believe many professionals will find this series useful nonetheless in their quest to gain knowledge on the SAP Activate methodology. But before that, what is the path to certification? The SAP Activate Project Manager certification verifies the candidate's competency in managing an S/4HANA implementation project. It ensures that the successful candidates have the sound knowledge, expertise, and experience in applying the methodology, tools, and techniques to implement SAP S/4HANA projects. I believe it also tests advanced level of business skills. The certification also verifies that the successful candidate possess right communication skills for internal and external stakeholders management and knowledge of change management processes. The exam also tests the candidate's ability to manage the end-to-end transition of the project from sales to realization, to developing roadmaps for project execution, and to understand testing and quality management. It basically verifies that the project manager can apply the SAP Activate methodology. The length of the exam in its current format is 180 minutes, up to 3 hours, with 80 questions, either multiple choice or multiple selection, and it's typically done online through the Certification Hub or Certification Center. You can do further reading on the Certification Hub or watch the guide videos on this channel. Based upon your location, you can either choose to appear for the certification exam from the comfort of your home, or you can visit a certified certification partner to take the certification in a moderated classroom. You must get all answers correct for each question to be considered correctly answered. And you must answer 61% of the questions correctly. This means you must answer 49 out of 80 questions completely correctly. There is no negative marking, meaning if you made a mistake, your marks won't be deducted. After you complete the test, the system will show you the percentage of marks obtained on each of the 10 topic areas. The web page will also show the outcome of the test, pass or fail. After you clear the certification exam, you'll receive a digital badge that you can proudly display on social media, such as LinkedIn. What is SAP Activate and how should you get started? Imagine there is an SAP S/4HANA implementation at your company and you have been approached to be involved with this opportunity. You have expressed interest and have been advised to look into the SAP Activate methodology with the expectation that you can lead a knowledge-sharing session with the rest of the team. Let's start. SAP Activate is a project management framework to implement SAP S/4HANA. It is an intelligent innovation as a service, which is pioneered on 3 pillars: SAP best practices, guided configuration, and one methodology. It's adopted from Scrum, which is capable of quick adaptation and makes it easy to adopt quarterly innovations from SAP and expand the solution footprint. One of the key challenges in the traditional implementation approach was a big bang, large, and complex implementation of business functionalities led by IT. SAP Activate, on the other hand, to overcome the challenge, enables a business-driven, self-service approach with frequent innovations. Before SAP Activate, the 2 implementation methodologies were SAP 8.0, which was used for on-premise implementations, and SAP Launch, which was used for cloud implementations. The ASAP implementation methodology, driven by the waterfall approach, has 6 implementation phases, namely project preparation, blueprinting, realization, final preparation, go-live support, and run. SAP Launch, based on Agile, has 4 implementation phases: prepare, realize, verify, and launch. SAP Activate replaces both of these methodologies and is a hybrid approach that provides the framework, tools, accelerators, questionnaires, checklists, and playbooks throughout S/4HANA implementations. SAP S/4HANA has 3 transition roadmaps. Firstly, we have new implementations. New implementations are greenfield implementations in which the client isn't on SAP and wants to implement SAP S/4HANA. Data migration from non-SAP systems to the industry-leading, intelligent, simplified, and ready-to-run business processes on SAP S/4HANA may be a key component of greenfield implementations. A new implementation is also applicable if the customer wants to re-engineer their current processes based on the current innovations. Secondly, we have system conversions. This roadmap will provide the path, tools, accelerators, and other artifacts when a client is on an SAP system such as SAP ERP 6.0 on SAP HANA or on another database and wants to move their ERP system to SAP S/4HANA. These are also known as brownfield implementations. Thirdly, selective data transition, which represent the most complex scenario, is when a client wants to consolidate their existing ERP systems, including functionality transformation, consolidation of global business units, or simply retiring an outdated ERP system into a new SAP S/4HANA instance. This transition approach balances the need for innovations and the historical data migration. As mentioned previously, SAP Activate is based on 3 pillars: SAP Best Practices, Guided Configuration, and one methodology for any SAP S/4HANA implementation. SAP Best Practices is the first of the 3 pillars. Implementation of any ERP requires sound functional knowledge and a strong understanding of the business requirements. The first pillar of SAP Activate is meant to provide a standard, consistent, and pre-configured ready-to-run business process optimized for SAP S/4HANA. SAP Best Practices support the new implementations as well as the migration and integration of system conversion. SAP Best Practices includes extensibility of the existing business processes with the customer's own process. Guided Configuration, the second pillar of SAP Activate, supports SAP S/4HANA implementations by providing a framework, accelerators, playbooks, checklists, tools, and many other assets. Because SAP Activate is a common methodology to implement on cloud or on-premise, the tools for guided configuration vary based on the chosen landscape, cloud or on-premise. In simple terms, guided configuration is your personal assistant that will help you configure the system. For SAP S/4HANA Cloud, it also helps in managing the lifecycle of the pre-configured business process. One methodology, the third pillar of SAP Activate, which is the successor of the ASAP and SAP launch methodologies, is the methodology itself, one modular, simpler, and agile methodology. SAP Activate methodology is wide-ranging and supports the initial implementations as well as the continuous innovations on one spectrum, while on the other spectrum, it also covers the implementations of broad SAP solutions such as SAP S/4HANA, SAP Cloud Solutions, and SAP Business Suite. And, on yet another spectrum, it enables co-innovations with partners and customers. The SAP Activate methodology not only provides a structured and cohesive approach to implement the solution, but it also provides the solution, contents, and accelerators for the 3 transition paths. The Roadmap Viewer is the tool where you can find the methodology, contents, and accelerators, whereas SAP Best Practices will provide you the business solution and related accelerators. The methodology, by default, uses the Agile delivery approach and provides ready-to-use, pre-configured solutions and the corresponding documentation in SAP Best Practices. Furthermore, the methodology provides fit-to-standard analysis, conducted during the explore phase of the project, to identify the gaps and adjust the baseline solutions to fit the customer's needs. Let's discuss 6 key characteristics of the SAP Activate methodology. Firstly, you start working on a system with pre-selected scope items based on SAP Best Practices. SAP Best Practices provides a jump start in implementing solutions by providing rich and ready-to-run business processes along with sample data in the form of SAP Model Company. Secondly, you can leverage the cloud environment to set up the system, which is easy and quick to deploy. The cloud-ready characteristics provide ready-to-run and ready-to-deploy processes in the cloud for the initial work while determining the final infrastructure, on-premise or cloud. Thirdly, you are provided with additional flexibility and the speed to deploy the solution. Subsequently, the team performs the fit gap analysis as a part of the solution validation to build the product backlog, establishes the delta requirements, and identifies any perceived gaps. At this stage, the sandbox system is ready, and the project team is all set to start the fit to standard or fit gap analysis. This step is performed during the explore phase of the SAP Activate methodology. For the cloud implementation, it's called fit to standard, and for the on-premise implementation, it's called fit gap. The main objective of the Fit to Standard workshop for S/4HANA Cloud implementations is to establish that the best practices provided by the SAP Activate methodology fit either as is or with some additional but minor configuration requirements with the client's functional requirements. The project team will have a series of workshops to demonstrate SAP best practices to the client's business owner, SMEs, project manager, and other key stakeholders. The SME and the other members of the team will validate the SAP best practices and either conform to the standard or identify the gaps. These gaps can be filled in by some minor configurations that can be performed either by the project team through SSCUI, expert configuration through the SAP support portal, or through extensibility. Fourthly, the SAP Innovation Control Center, SAP Mission Control Center, and SAP Operations Control Center, premium engagement services from SAP, play a key role during and after the implementation. SAP provides two types of premium engagement models, SAP Max Attention and SAP Active Attention. Both premium engagement models ensure that the client gets all the necessary support and attention, ensuring 100% service delivery and business continuity. The iterative approach and incremental build from the Agile framework are woven into SAP Activate to improve the quality of deliverables and the solution by conducting frequent validations. To facilitate customer co-innovation, the whole approach has been modularized, with full support for initial deployment and continuous business innovation. The methodology is highly scalable and supports projects with vivid scope and varied complexity. Lastly, quality, a continuous focus of all SAP methodologies, is built into the SAP Activate methodology, including structured quality management plans, quality gates at different stages of the project, the agile iterative approach, continuous and frequent validations, focus on testing and integration, and a business-driven solution approach. SAP Activate methodology has a total of 6 phases, including 4 project or core phases, 11 work streams, and several tasks and deliverables. How do we define a phase? A phase of the project is a group of activities or tasks grouped together logically within a specific stage of the project. There are several activities that can and will expand into multiple phases. However, the project and the project team can't move forward to the next phase without completing and without getting approval during the mandatory quality gate checkpoint process. There are 4 mandatory quality gates to move from the prepare, explore, realize, and deploy phases to the next phase. The SAP Activate methodology provides a template with a questionnaire that helps the team execute each quality gate. At the beginning of the phase, the team performs the readiness quality gate, which verifies that the team is well prepared to start the new phase. At the end of the phase, the team performs the acceptance quality gate, which verifies whether the team meets the acceptance criteria. The acceptance quality gate in the deploy phase is the last quality gate, and is for the project closure. Work streams are collections of related deliverables that span the phases. They are attributes assigned to a deliverable and the related tasks. A deliverable must be a part of a work stream that is delivered at a predefined phase of the project. For example, the fit gap analysis is a part of the application design and configuration workstream, which should be delivered during the explore phase of the project. There are 11 work streams which are a set of application work streams. They cover the core of the work done in building the complete business solution. Deliverables. A deliverable is an outcome that is delivered during the course of the project. Several deliverables are included within a work stream. Tasks. A task is work to be performed. The outcome of a set of related tasks is a deliverable. Artifacts. An artifact is the information or the document created during the process of implementation or conversion. Examples of artifacts include project plan, status report, etc. Let's talk about governance, roles and responsibilities. It is common knowledge that stakeholder-oriented governance of projects correlates positively with project success. SAP S/4HANA Activate framework defines the roles and responsibilities of key stakeholders as a guideline to ensure that project oversight is maintained and the objective of the project is met within the defined metrics and KPIs. The project governance will do the following: provide project oversight, outline the stakeholders' relationships, manage communication between the stakeholders, equip the team with efficient and effective tools and protect from organizational politics and provide the right direction. One of the key aspects of any governance model is to establish clear roles and responsibilities for the project team and its members. SAP Activate versus ASAP. ASAP and SAP Launch are the predecessors of the SAP Activate methodology for on-premise and cloud deployments, respectively. Some of the salient improvements of SAP Activate include flavor of Agile, Scrum delivery. Always available, rich, ready to use, and ready to deploy SAP best practices. Supported by a long list of accelerators, process maps, many assets, and guided configurations. Fit gap analysis with the explore phase replacing the blueprinting phase. Reduced project lifecycle with only 4 core phases and combines ASAP with SAP launch into one methodology. Thank you for the journey so far. This concludes the first portion of this multi-part series. We have covered the 3 pillars of SAP Activate, SAP best practices, guided configuration, and one methodology, as well as discussed the importance of each. You learned about the methodology by looking into the 6 key characteristics. Start with best practices, cloud ready, validate solution, premium engagement ready, modular, scalable, and agile, as well as quality built-in, of the SAP Activate methodology. We also touched on the concept of project phases, work streams, deliverables, and tasks. We further reviewed the high-level governance model and the roles and responsibilities of the project team. In the next video, we would be building on the basic knowledge gained in this video and learn more about the SAP Activate elements. Do please let me know in the comment section what you think about the video and what you would like to see or questions you would like answered. Do not forget to like, subscribe and share. Also, please remember to turn on notifications so you can know when the next video drops.